'Twas a stifling July morning on which we first came across this bushy-eyebrowed bruiser from Okinawa, Masatada Otani. He was not as tall as his baseball namesake, but round about twice as heavy, and almost as good at blasting what opponents could throw out of the field of play. As the ex-vice-captain of amateur giants Nihon University, he attracted both hope and scrutiny. No worry that I missed his final 2 pre-sumo bouts. He faced the same 2 foes in his first official matches. And polished them off with equal ease. Back then he had purpose and drive, you see, to assure himself he was still good after a galling first-round exit at his final amateur meet. He'd been all set to take a hometown job before ex-Hakuho came calling. Which young fighter wouldn't be thrilled at being among the first wave of men to reside at ex-Hakuho's stable? Especially with his uni teammate moving in shortly after. He soon found that his back had been marked by the anti-Hakuho brigade, but his focus could not be shaken. That win brought him the 6th-tier crown. Wakayama Naka, speaking 8 months later, merely laughed at how little his 11-plus years of pro experience served him in that bout. By November then, the talk was of the extent to which Otani's run could go on. That took the count to 11, including those 3 pre-sumo wins. If his face looks somewhat Western, that's because he's an 8th American. his grandfather hailing from the US mainland. His 7th-day win over To Shundyu, a fellow uni grad, I was sadly not there to film. But come day 13, he was vying for his 2nd straight lower-tier honours, against ex-salaried man Asashio, once of Toyo University. Otani's first genuine test, we felt. And one he was not equal to, though Asashio's uncontained roar of delight suggested he had pre-match doubts. Otani's progress continued though, with 6 more wins in Division 4, including this one here. Followed by undercard billing at the haircutting of the decade, and perhaps several more either side. March brought 4 wins on 3rd tier debut, and despite defeat in this bout here, he scored 5 more wins in May. Triumphs in his last 2 bouts of July brought a 6th straight winning score, and the highest rank of Makushita 27 East. That's when the wheels slightly came off as he'd swum some way out of his depth. But until his stable was cruelly subsumed, most signs seemed to be pointing towards a salaried sumo future. Having needed the ex-Hakuho to persuade him not to seek office employment, his enthusiasm soon dried up once his stablemaster changed. He said so as much to the press. It's fitting that the last clip I have shows him packing up some furniture. When I bumped into him after Chiyonokuni's retirement event this month, he said, "I'm off to America next week. It's time to see a bit of the world."